Relaxed environment, our local community library. So we want everyone to be very comfortable while we receive this privilege. I'm going to be very careful with my mouth today because normally it's kind of rough because I'm a boots on the ground type of activist. But that's not the role I'm in today. I'm here to sit at the feet of our Queen Mother, warrior scholar, a Sappho, really, because that's what that means, warrior scholar. And I just want us to all be very, very mindful of the privilege we have right now to be with our elder, because somewhere along the lines, over the decades, some of our older people stopped teaching and preparing us. So we are truly sitting among a true elder. So before we get started, can we just one more time send some love up this way and honor Dr. Willa Cofield. Thank you, So this is a conversation about an amazing book. So we had our libations. At some point, we will also do our freedom song. I wasn't sure if it's going to be right after libation, or if we could do it kind of or at the end. Okay. What's your spirit feeling?
I think you maybe will be a little bit more, little bit more ready to sing a little later on.
All right. See, guys, we want to do everything with the flow, and we want to do it in the spirit of cultural commitment and honor and support, because we are so lucky we get to have this always now, right? So, we're here today because of this beautiful body of work that Dr. Cofield has created. I'm going to put my glasses on because I'm older now, y'all, okay? So bear with me. So, Dr. Cofield.
Yes.
It's not every day that I get a chance to sit with someone who basically did so long ago the things I try to do today. It's the true spirit of Sankofa when we go back and bring it forward. So I'm humbled, and I feel like a little girl today sitting here with you. So can we get started first? Because I actually have read some of the book, and I saw more than one documentary. One was on the 9 Whistle. So I have learned who you really are, and I'm looking in your eyes, and I feel your spirit, and I'm just deeply humbled right now. So, Dr. Cofield, regarding this beautiful body of work right here, can you tell us exactly who wrote this book, the 9 Whistle? Who wrote the book?
Well, the book was written by 3 people, or at least there are 3 names on the book. There are many more people who contributed really to bringing the book to life. But there are 2 of my former students who were attending in Borden High School in 1963. One's name is Cynthia Samuelson. Cynthia lives in Destin, Florida. The other student is Mildred Sexton, who lives in Yorktown, Virginia. There were 2 other students who also contributed, Marshall Harvey and Yvonne Anderson Hughes. Both Marshall and Yvonne have passed on, but they were leaders in the 60s, and they contributed to our first meetings to write the book. Yvonne was killed in a very tragic accident on New Year's Eve in 2018. And Marshall, whose health was not good during the last years of his life, passed in, I think, about 2023 or 24. But there were many, many other people who were also involved. There was a friend, an ally, a woman that I met at the National Seed Project in 1996 in Pasadena, California. And she and another person who was attending that meeting, who was from Manila, the 3 of us decided that we were going to be allies and that we were going to work against racism and sexism and all the many forms of oppression. And I haven't heard from Raquel, the big team, who is from Manila, in the last couple of years, but I'm sure she's doing good work. But Marianne Michaels is the other person of the three of us. And Marianne gave so many hours to help with the book for, I'd say, from at least 2021, at the beginning of COVID. She and I started meeting 2 hours every week, actually 4 hours. 2 hours on Monday and 2 hours on Wednesday. And we worked on editing and doing the book. There are people, when we had the book signing in Plainville, I was able to point to many of the people who had helped. So I just received, I say this, it takes a village to raise a child. It took a village to write the book. So I was able to play some role in it, but so many other people helped, including my family, my friends. It's just a work of community. And that's the way I wanted it, because I love community and I wanted it to be a collective work. I didn't mention the People's Organization for Progress, but every time that came up in a meeting, people talked and gave me support so many times.
Wow, that's powerful. That's powerful. The strength of sisterhood, right?
Absolutely.
Now, I was about to say, I heard another name in there. So when we were doing the libation, we should have called the names out of the ones who are not here with us anymore, but since this is here, we know that they've come through as well.
Yes.
So we are really appreciative of that. And I really respect and appreciate that demonstration of Ujima, that collective work and responsibility, because it takes that in order to get this type of work done.
Yes.
I can only imagine that it wasn't easy, especially during COVID, when most of us was in the house eating donuts, which is why I'm sitting here a little bigger than I was a few years ago. So you amaze me. So those are the authors of the book. Now clearly we know you were a major leader. So why did you write this book?
Well, it had always been a dream of mine to write the book. We went through the 60s, and then, people started remembering the 60s, what happened, writing books, putting up exhibits. People in the universities talked about the civil rights movement, taught what happened in many, many places. But no one really addressed our experience. We were more or less forgotten. Even in North Carolina, there was a civil rights story. The civil rights story was told, and my friend and I, my nephew actually it was, went to the people who were putting that exhibit together. That it's online. You can find it. The civil rights movement in North Carolina. We asked if we could have a little bit of it, if they would address what happened in Enfield. And of course, the person who was doing it apologized, halfway promised that our story might be included, but it wasn't. So I was determined that we would, I was hoping, let me say. And then I got a grant from the National Seed Organization. They gave me money to document some phase of my life. And that's how I was able to make the video and to write the book. And someone just came in my head, it's hard to remember all the people who were involved. But I do want to mention Karen, who is sitting here on the front row, who came in my life around 2017 and contributed so much to making this whole thing come together.
Wow. And so where is she? Where's Sharon? She's right here, everybody.
She was the co-producer of the film. I know I went back to a little earlier in the program, but
No, that was perfect.
and everybody else out there who helped me, if you would just raise your hand, I'd like you to be acknowledged. I know the people who are seated at the table who are selling books.